So you're a programmer with little work experience and now you want to get more money for your skills? You've found the video you really need, because here I'll tell you about 5 different ways to monetize your knowledge of code without getting a job. And the last method I'm going to tell you about can actually make you a millionaire. My name is Steven White. I'm a programmer with 10 years of coding experience working at Amazon, and now I have my own development team.
This is really good.
Yes.
Why is it important to watch the whole video? Because first, you'll learn how to make an extra income that might be even higher than your basic income. Second, I'll give you concrete tips and examples on how to start making more money and monetize your knowledge. And third, at the very end, I'll tell you how to make $100,000 or more a year in programming. Sounds good, right? I have other incredibly helpful videos on my channel, for example, which basic topics are good to start learning Python with. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more videos that will be coming out on this channel soon. Now, let's get started. So the first and easiest way to start is freelancing. When I just started coding myself and went to the university in the US, I started doing online coding jobs almost immediately. The projects were very simple, but I got a lot of them and they brought me good money. And last but not least, I gained a lot of experience working for big IT companies like Amazon.
It's useful experience because now it's my life.
By the way, in my previous video I showed examples of 3 simple and useful projects. Find the video 3 Python automation projects for beginners following the link in the description. Moreover, working as a freelancer, you are always in touch with a lot of different clients and are constantly increasing your client base. And most importantly, you are independent of one customer. That being said, working as a freelancer, you can easily expect to earn from $300 to $4,000 per month, depending on your workload. It's important not to forget that at the initial stage on such platforms as Fiverr or Upwork, you will need to start with low prices per order to be competitive. And also the orders may be irregular and you must be ready for this. By the way, if you have already tried yourself as a freelancer, share in the comments what problems you experienced and how you solved them. I'm sure we'd all find it interesting to read about other coders' experiences and give advice to each other. The second way we're going to discuss is to become a blogger. If you want to choose the way that suits you and not miss any important details to avoid mistakes later on, watch the video until the end, because then the video is going to be mind-blowing. So, you can make a lot of money using your coding knowledge by starting to share your knowledge with others online. Your content will stay online forever, which means it will make you more money for a year, 2 years, or even more. You can blog, write articles, do it on your website or in any social network like Instagram or Twitter, and of course you can record training videos and put them on YouTube. That's exactly what I do.
You think this is a coincidence?
And like any other YouTuber, I'll ask you to like my video right now, because this way I'll know that you like the format in which I make this useful content for you. Every blogger starts from scratch and you should have enough patience and never quit your blog at the very beginning of it. If you spend enough time and effort on your video content creation, you can reach the level of income of cool IT channels of $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And the top YouTube bloggers like MrBeast earn up to $4 million a month. When your channel on YouTube becomes popular enough, you'll start getting passive income from the YouTube itself, as well as from advertisers who definitely want to work with you. At socialblade.com you can find out how much YouTube itself pays bloggers. For example, the most popular techno blogger Marques Brownlee earns up to $180,000 a month only from YouTube AdSense, and he has to get 4 times more from advertisers according to the rules. That's just insane. Okay, moving on to the third simple way, teaching. This is probably my favorite way because it gives you the same freedom to choose where and when you work, exactly like freelancing, but you are completely independent from the client. I started making money in teaching when I was working as a junior specialist. For example, I was often asked by my colleagues who had children and they wanted to entertain their children with some interesting stuff. When I first started teaching Python many years ago, my rate was about $20 to $30 per hour of work, but after literally a couple of months I started charging from $100 and more per hour. Just imagine that for a few lessons daily you can make $500 or more. But if we consider a rate of beginning tutors, then teaching can bring you about $6,000 per month. depending on the workload and number of students, of course. It is important to keep in mind that in order to teach programming and earn your students' trust, you must first gain a certain level of experience in this field. And that's what I advise aspiring programmers at the beginning of their careers, to find a great tutor to help you correctly learn a huge amount of new information. Or you can start learning with a helpful bootcamp. By the way, based on 10 years of coding practice, working at Amazon and being the leader of my team of programmers, I created my own bootcamp called How to Become a Paid Programmer from Scratch and Earn Your First $100,000 this year. I really want to help all of you to go from a beginner to an in-demand master of coding with a high level of payment from $100,000 per year and more in the shortest possible time. And on this bootcamp, I will explain in detail what programming languages and what knowledge is relevant today in our industry. And I will show you a step-by-step strategy how you can grow an income literally every month, having only the basic skills of writing code. No nonsense or unnecessary material. Participation in this bootcamp requires no programming knowledge and is designed for coding beginners. Follow the link in the description and start your way to really big money right now. Ready to move on? And now we have a fourth way to monetize your programming skills: cooperating with small businesses. So how does that work? Let me explain. For example, you live in a small town and every morning you have a cup of hot cappuccino in your favorite corner cafe. One day you suddenly realize, what if I offer the owner to make an attractive website for his cafe, which he can include in the information about his cafe on Google Maps? So the cafe owner will pay $500 for a cool site and be able to cover his expenses in a week or even faster through increased traffic of customers. Genius is simple.
It's a real genius.
You just have to go around the area in which you live and offer your services. A great advantage of searching for orders this way is that you can meet with the client in person, physically shake his hand, which means you can increase the level of confidence and increase the chances of getting an order. You can show the customer examples of your work right here and now, discuss the details of their order and sign a contract for services without leaving the room. Even a beginning coder can make from $2,000 to $8,000 by doing at least 5 orders like this per month. That's great.
Oh wow, that's great, that's great.
Well, these were 4 cool and really working ways to make money in coding without having a job. But if you are just starting your programming career and you want to find an employer who will give you a stable job and income, make sure you subscribe to my channel not to miss out on the next video, in which I will tell you about a fast and free way to learn programming and get a job offer $100,000 and more in the shortest time. Okay guys, we're coming up to the 5th and the last bullet point of today's video. And this is exactly the way that can make you a millionaire. And I'm not kidding, a millionaire. This is to start your own business. Yes, it's not the easiest way, and that's why I don't suggest you start your own company at the beginning of your coding career. Gain enough experience working as a freelancer, a teacher, running your own video blog, or working for a major IT company first. Owning even a small company, you will decide by yourself on what orders to make accents and on what exactly to spend the company profit. On average, companies in IT make up to $15,000 per month. The important aspect is to keep in mind is that sometimes you can work at a loss. By the way, leave a comment if you want to know how I managed to develop my coding skills to the level of my own IT company and continue to expand every month. If there are a lot of comments on this topic, I'll make a whole new video about it for you. The advantage of having your own business is also that your company can grow forever. You can increase your staff, expand your space, and increase your areas of operation. Eventually, all of this will make you really big money. Wow, I think that was my most helpful video for you guys. Don't forget to follow the link in the description and check out my unique bootcamp I made specifically to help you make $100,000 a year or more. Also, right now you can watch my other super helpful videos for beginners on what topics to start your way in Python and how to make 3 basic and cool projects on your own. The links are right here in the description below. My name is Steven White. See you in the next video soon. Bye.